welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm very excited for this video, guys. In this video, I'm gonna basically relay to you exactly the steps that I personally took to build my e-commerce social media marketing agency from 0 to 6 figures and then to multiple 6 figures, which is where I'm at today. And literally, guys, I built it from 0 to 6 figures with $0, right? Completely for free. Didn't spend any money anywhere. And as I say, in this video, I'm going to relay to you exactly how I did that. So you can copy exactly what I did and mirror the same actions, same things that I implemented for your own agency and scale your own agency to 6 figures. As always, guys, just before we jump into the video, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the content. I know some of you are probably super skeptical. You're probably thinking there's no way that I can scale a business from 0 to 6 figures per year. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that you can, because I did it, okay? I literally did it, and I see students of my program do it day in and day out. It's so achievable. You just need to make sure that you action on the right things and you implement the right things, and essentially you do the right things, and honestly, you will be able to scale your agency to 6 figures. It's super achievable. So there's a couple points that I want to cover in this video, and then at the end, I want to go through something that's a bit more mindset orientated, but it will honestly make you have an unbreakable, unshakable mindset that will just enable you to get to 6 figures. At that point, once you adopt that type of mindset, it will literally just be a matter of time. And as I say, we're going to go through that at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. But the first point that I want to go through is to consume all of the free content that you can. Okay, as I say, this whole video is based around how you can build a 6-figure business with $0, right? From 0, with nothing, no spend, no nothing. You still need to know and understand the business model, right? You still need to know and understand how to operate a social media marketing agency. You still need to know how to generate clients, how to generate inbound leads potentially, how to get amazing results for clients, how to build a team, how to bring a team member on board that can really help you scale up your business and get the best results for your clients. You still need to understand how to bring team members on in the best way, where to find them. You need to know what softwares to use. You still need to know how to bill your clients, how to structure your payment processes in your agency, how to structure your all of this different stuff. You still need to know how to do it all. You still need to know all of this stuff. And so the best way to know that is to just consume all of the free content that you possibly can. And that's why I urge you guys to subscribe to this channel, because that's what this channel gives you. Okay, it gives you all of that free content, right? You go back through my entire, all of my videos, I cover everything in the SMMA space, from onboarding to building a team, to delivering results, to the best outreach methods for the e-commerce niche, to systems and processes that you need to implement into your own agency. So all of this different stuff, how to manage, I cover all of that on this channel, right? And it's completely free. So you need to consume all of that so that you understand how to operate and run a social media marketing agency. A lot of people think that they need to spend a lot of money to get started. A lot of people think that they need to buy programs and courses and stuff like that. And granted, it's gonna help you, okay? But if you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to put in the work, you can do it without. There's been so many people, guys, so many people that have messaged me saying that they've signed clients from from this free content on my YouTube channel, right? They're not even in the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program. They literally just viewers of the channel, subscribers of the channel. They've literally messaged me saying, I have signed 2 clients this week from your channel. I have signed 3 clients from my agency from your YouTube content. Like, you can do it just from this free content on this channel, right? So that's why I urge you to consume all of the free content that you possibly can, whether it's from my channel or other people's, whatever it is. Just consume all the free content you can, because at the end of the day, actually, I don't know about other people that can't speak on behalf of their content, but I know from my channel, the content that I post on my channel, it's all from personal experience. It's all things that have worked for me in the past. It's all things that haven't worked for me in the past. And I say that, like, don't do this, or don't do this because I lost this amount. I lost $5,000 per month because I did this. All of this different type of stuff, it's stuff that's from personal experience. And if you listen to it and you action on it, you can sign your first client. You can sign 2, 3, 4 clients, okay? As I say, programs and courses like the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program, that fast tracks you. Okay, that gets you to 6 figures in a lot shorter time than watching, free content will. But it doesn't mean to say that free content won't get you to that point. It will. It has, okay? So as I say, that's the first point. Consume all the free content you can and take action on that content. Taking action is super, super important. You could be equipped with the best knowledge in the world. You could be equipped with knowledge that will enable you to build an 8-figure business, for example, right? 9-figure business. If you don't take action, you won't build nothing, okay? And that's just the cold, hard truth of it. You won't build anything if you don't take action. So it's vital that you take action on the free content on my YouTube channel. If you're in the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program, you need to take action on that content in that program, okay? Taking action is the only thing that's going to get you to a 6 and multiple 6-figure business. Now, moving on to point 2, which kind of ties in with point 1, but I want to again relay personal experience, okay? I signed my first 6 clients, okay? My first 6 e-commerce clients via email outreach, okay? Email outreach, I signed my first 6 clients. Email outreach is completely free to use, to implement, to action on, okay? It's completely free. You don't need to spend any money. I didn't spend any money. I did everything manually. I had no softwares to spend money on. I had no CRMs to spend money on, because back when I started, I just used a simple Excel spreadsheet, right? Completely free. And so that's what you need to do. You need to action on the free methods and the free proven methods. Okay, and if you want to know a little bit more about how to structure your outreach, your email outreach and whatnot, click the first link in the description. It's going to take you to a free training. In there, I really break down exactly how I structure my email outreach and how I structured it to get my first 6 to 7 e-commerce SMMA clients. Okay, and I go through a couple of the things on how to scale your agency to 6 figures, all this different type of stuff. So I'm not going to get into specifics with that. And again, with my first point, I've got a whole heap of content on this YouTube channel going through how to action on all this different type of stuff: email outreach, Loom outreach, Facebook outreach, all this different type of stuff. So go ahead and watch those videos. My point with this second point of focus on free outreach methods is that don't think that the grass is greener on the other side. Don't think that you need to run Facebook ads for yourself to generate clients, because I'm at that point now, okay? But even though I am at that point of running paid traffic for myself, I'm still actively getting clients from organic methods such as email outreach, such as Facebook inbound, generating inbound leads via Facebook. All these different methods, I'm still getting clients through these methods right now, even though I'm running paid traffic. Okay, so when you're beginning at the start, you don't need to spend any money on paid traffic or Facebook ads or anything of that nature. You don't need to do it, okay? Because, free methods still are working amazingly well for me where I'm at in my agency right now, okay, which is multiple 6 figures. Free methods still work. They're always going to work. Okay, so you need to take action on them, and don't think that I need to spend $5,000 on Facebook ads, otherwise I won't get any clients. Don't think that. The grass is not greener on the other side. And really this point ties in with my next point of softwares. So something that a lot of people believe is that you need to buy all these softwares before you get started. Now, one thing I do want to say is that if you can afford the softwares, I highly recommend you do get the softwares, just because it's going to help you, it's going to aid you, and it's going to fast track you again. One of the main ones that I would recommend you get when you're very, very first starting out at $0 per month, when you're very first starting out, one of the main ones I recommend you get, if you was to just buy one of them, is some sort of calendar, some sort of scheduler, because that just makes the process of the client scheduling in a call with you a lot easier. As you guys know, if you want to schedule in a discovery call with a client, you want to make that process for them to book in the call as frictionless as possible. You want to make it as easy as possible. And so if you guys are going back and forth about a time, does this time work? No. Does this time work? No. Does this? You're doing all that, it's a lot of friction, and there's a very, very high chance that they're going to drop off and they'll be like, oh, I can't be bothered. Forget about that, so you don't want that to happen, because the intent was there. So you want to make that process as easy as possible, and that's what something like a scheduler will do for you. For example, Calendly or Acuity scheduling. I currently use both. I use Acuity for organic, and then I use Calendly for my paid traffic and whatnot. So as I say, some sort of scheduler is not necessary when starting out, but if you were to buy one software, I would recommend it would be that. But then everything else you can just forget about, right? Invoicing, contract softwares, funnel software, all this different type of stuff. You don't need to buy any of it until you've got a client who's paying you. That's the beauty of starting an SMA. You don't need any money to start off with, right? All these softwares, you can just buy them once the client has paid you. Once you've got a client paying you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per month. And at the end of the day, even some sort of scheduling software, you don't actually need it it's not necessary, it's not mandatory for you to have it before you sign on a new client, right? Technically, you can schedule in a call with a client going back and forth like that. As I say, I don't recommend it. It's not the best way to go about it, but if you're absolutely strapped for cash, you literally have no money, it's completely fine. You don't need even a scheduler. So there's no outgoings whatsoever when you're starting to build an SMMA. And this is the reason it's the best business to start. If you've got no money, if you're young, I started my SMMA when I was like 16, 15. So it's honestly the best business to start. Now, moving on to the fourth point, I think it's the fourth point, that is iterating your process, making iterations to your processes. And this kind of has a few subsections that I really want to cover. Okay, so making iterations to what you're already doing is super, super powerful because oftentimes small tweaks have the biggest impacts on returns, okay? So making small tweaks to your emails, right? If you're doing email outreach, again, it's a free method of outreach. If you're sending out emails, making small iterations to your subject line, for example, will have a huge impact on your results because if your open rates go from 10% to 20%, for example, then your results technically will double. Okay, not always it happens, but you guys get where I'm going with this. Technically, they will double. If you go from 20% to 60%, technically your results are going to triple. And that's just by making these small, minute tweaks, making these small iterations to what you're already doing. Don't fall into the mindset of like set and forget, okay? And this is very heavily correlated to, Facebook ads as well. With Facebook ads, making small iterations to your copy can increase results. Taking your CTR from a 1% to a 1.5% to a 2% to a 3% has huge impacts on your results. These small iterations really do have huge impact on the results. And it's the same thing with email outreach. And the other correlation that like what I'm talking about in terms of free outreach methods, namely email outreach, because that's just what's worked best for me. The other correlation that has with Facebook ads is the whole idea of setting and forgetting, like I kind of touched on before, right? Just because you're doing email outreach, you don't want to get into the mindset of just setting, forgetting, right? You're just like, I've got this email script, that's fine, I'm doing it, let's just keep sending that out. You don't want to get into that mindset, and it's the same thing with Facebook ads and clients. You never, ever, ever want to set and forget with your clients. Cool, I've built out this new ad set, this new campaign with this new ad copy and creative. Let's just let it run now and just forget about it because I've said it and now I'm going to forget. You don't want to have that mindset, okay? You want to make sure that you're consistently looking at the data that you can see from your email outreach or your Instagram outreach or whatever type of outreach that you're doing. You want to have a look at the data that you can evidently see, okay, and make decisions and make iterations based on that data, okay? For example, if you have a email outreach script, okay, or you have an email outreach structure, and you can see that your reply rate is very high, in terms of everybody who's opened the email, out of those people, your reply rate is very, very high. Well, then from there, you can tell that your email body is doing its job, your email body is converting, because those people who are reading it are replying to you or they're setting a meeting, right? So you know that your email body is a lot. But if the people that are replying isn't a high number, right, your open rates aren't that high. And your open rates then is directly correlated to your subject line. So you want to change up your subject line. You want to split test your subject line to get more people to open it, because you know that when people open your email, they reply or they book a meeting because of that percentage of people who actually read the email are replying or are booking a meeting. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but that's the type of iterations that you want to make. And you can only make the correct iterations when you actually look at the data that's coming in and you take action upon the data that you can see. And it's the same thing with Facebook ads, okay? And I'm going on a bit of a side tangent here, but again, I do believe it's going to be a very, very helpful to a lot of you guys out there. For Facebook ads, if your CTR, your unique CTR is like 3%, it's crazy high. You're getting people to click through to the website for like 60, 50, 45 cents, right, per click to the website, per unique link click, then you know that your Facebook ads, your physical ads, the copy, the creative, the audience, you know that that's all resonating and you know that that's working. But if you're getting these types of results and you're getting no conversions, then you know that you need to work on the website. You need to look at the website. You need to help the client optimize the website. It's the same thing with Facebook ads. You need to make iterations based on the data that you've got coming in, okay? Don't ever fall into the set and forget type mindset. Now, that's a perfect segue onto my last and final point of mindset, okay? Now, something that's going to massively help you out as a beginning agency owner, and really any stage of, you know, owning an agency, something that's super important, super powerful in terms of mindset, is to not focus on the end goal. Now, this may come across as a shock to some people in terms of not focusing on the end goal. But here's why I say that, and I've mentioned this in a couple previous videos, but I think it's super important that you really internalize this and actually action on trying to adopt this mindset, because it's really going to help you. You don't want to focus on the end goal, you want to focus on the process, because focusing on the end goal isn't going to get you to the end goal. Focusing on the process is going to get you to the end goal, because when you action on the process, end goal, that's what happens. But if you just skip the process and you're just consistently thinking about the end goal, you're never going to get there, because you're not actioning on the process. Okay, and so the process is super important. And what I mean by saying process, I don't want to get too crazy with this. I want to still make this super actionable. You guys know I'm a very practical person. And so when I say focus on the process as opposed to the end goal, I mean focus on building your day around actioning on your business, okay? Whether that be sending out emails, whether that be finding a new team member, whether that be, you know, creating new copy for your Facebook posts that you're gonna do in your groups to generate the inbound leads. For those of you in the Quantum Agency program, you guys know how to absolutely kill it with that method. Any of these types of things, right? That's actually gonna get you to that end goal of 5 clients or 10 clients. You need to do outreach to get to that goal, right? And so you need to focus on the things that are actually going to help you, and that's the process, okay? So build out your day around that and focus on just every single day sticking to the process, building habits around the process. Example, every day wake up at 7 a.m. And then focus on 3 hours of email outreach, for example. Then you can go to the gym, then come back and do another 2 hours of email outreach, then have lunch, and then focus on building out some Facebook posts to generate some inbound leads. Something like that, right? And you've built this out, this is your day, and you've built it out, and now every day, don't think about the end goal, focus on the process. So every day, make sure that you're at your desk by 8 a.m. You spend 3 hours of focused work doing email outreach, then you have your break or whatever it is, and then next you focus on another 2 hours of outreach, and then you look at, you know, that's where your focus needs to be. I'm probably not explaining it that well. I apologize. I hope it makes sense, but that's what your focus needs to be on, right? Not trying to get a client next week. Don't think about that, because if you don't hit that goal, you're gonna get very just derailed. You're gonna feel terrible. You're gonna self-sabotage. You're gonna just not be happy with your progress, right? But if you just focus every day, control what you can control, and triple down on the process, you'll get that client. You will get that client. If you stick to the process, you'll get that client. If you trust the process, you'll get that client, right? That's just how it is. And so that's where your focus needs to be. So guys, I know this video is a bit all over the place, but I hope that after watching through the entire thing, you actually got some actionable things that you can physically implement into your own agency and literally start and scale your agency from 0 to 6 figures, and then start to look at those multiple 6-figure milestones. And so, as I say, I hope this helped. This is literally how I built my agency from 0 to 6 figures without spending a single dollar on paid advertising and stuff like that. As I say, I hope you found some value in it. If you did, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.